Hi, my name is Robert, and I have a limited budget. Now, today we are getting back into Magic. It's going to be our Friday night ranked draft. It is actually Thursday at the time of this recording, because this is the last time I will have the opportunity to be playing the War of the Spark ranked draft. So let's get right into it. Right off the bat, we've got a Niv Mizzet. That's kind of awesome. I'm not sure if I want to build around it, but it certainly does give me a lot of options. We've got a Nissa's Triumph, a Vizier of the Scorpion. I think we could do another Amass mechanic. So let's try the Amass. So let's see. Tyrant Scorn, that could be good. Honor the God Pharaoh is okay. It does give the Amass. Aid the Fallen might be okay. Let's do the Tyrant Scorn. Let's do the Huatli.
We will write this story together.
We have an Augur of Bolas. Let's take the Grim Initiate. We will Crush Descent. You know, we could actually go for the 5-color. That might be interesting. Yeah, let's do it. Sure. Cruel Celebrant. Crush Descent. I think. Let's do the Dam Breaker for the Proliferate. We've got a Nissa's Triumph. Yeah, let's take the Nissa's Triumph. We'll do the Proliferate. Steady Aim. Luxodon Sergeant and the Emergence Zone. Alright, second pick. We have an Arlen, we also have a Mizium tank. Yeah, let's go with Mizium tank. We have a Krenko. Taking the Krenko. Let's see here. A Nissa's Triumph. A Charmed Stray, a Lazotep Reaver. Let's do the Lazotep Reaver. We will go with... Let's go with the Grim Initiate again. Firemind Vessel for mana fixing. Let's do the Spellkeeper weird. Let's see here. We will do the Goblin Assault Team. We'll take the Dam Breaker. We've got another Crush Descent. Dovin's Veto. Um, let's take the Arboreal Grazer. Let's take the Naga Eternal, the Lazotep Behemoth, and the Nissus Triumph. We have a Sorin, a Tyrant Score, a Huatli's Raptor. We'll go with the Sorin. We have a Narset. That could work well here, actually. A Jiang Yangu. I think the Mana Geode will likely come back around to me. But we need the Tamiyo's Epiphany right now. Invade the City could be really good. We could do the Leyline Prowler, get some extra mana that way. We've got a Death Sprout, the Tyrant's Scorn. We'll do the Death Sprout. Pick 7. We can take the Arboreal Grazer. The Rebel Belt Rioters. Guild Globe doesn't ramp, it just helps us fix. But it also helps draw a card, so we'll take that. Let's take the Return to Nature. Let's take... I want the Arboreal Grazer again. Neoform. Neoform could be good. Return to Nature. Wall of Runes. Alright, this is going to be super weird. So, I kind of want to keep Niv Mizzet in. We don't need 2 Nissus Triumphs. I actually want to keep the multicolored spells as much as possible because having Niv Mizzet come out and then getting to pull a ton of those is great. The Dam Breakers aren't as great. We'll keep the Lazotep Behemoth for now. The Epiphany will be super helpful. Invade the City, Kirchen Crisis, Mizium Tank, Narset could work well. How many creatures do I have, actually? We have 18. Okay, so take out a couple of them. We'll take out the Naga Eternal. And... we'll take out Vizier of the Scorpion, actually. And then we have 12 more to get rid of. I want to keep the Planeswalker. I want to keep the artifacts. For the most part, I think. I want to keep the Crushed Descents, actually. Huatli's good. Leyline Prowler's good. I don't actually need the Spellkeeper weird. Neoform requires a sacrifice. We'll take out Steady Aim. We will take out the Wall of Runes. We'll take out the Courage in Crisis. And we'll take out one Crush Descent because we really don't need 3. Wait, can I even... Yeah, I don't need a Nissa's Triumph because there's not enough forests in the deck to even care about that. Narset's going to be a little difficult to cast, so will Death Sprout. But the Death Sprout will be more useful. Non-creature, non-land card. That could be good, but it's not as good as some of the other stuff we've got. I think I'll take out the Luxodon Sergeant. And let's see here. Got 45. We'll take out the Lazotep Behemoth. We will... There's 4 more. Mizium Tank is non-creature spells, but that's fine. I want to keep one of the Return to Natures. I don't need 3 Arboreal Grazers, because while it does ramp me, it also doesn't help me find additional lands or anything like that. Do we still have 17 lands? Yeah. So I will take out one of the forests. And then the last thing I will take out... We'll take out Invade the City. This is going to be really interesting, so... Honestly, I hope you guys enjoy it. We're gonna start. Here we go. Game 1. This is going to be very, very bizarre. We have a mountain, an emergence zone. At least we have a guild globe so we can find stuff, but I need to mulligan. A swamp and a mountain. Literally can't play anything. Just a mountain, that's great. I'll mulligan to 4. That's okay. I'll keep 4, and I'm fine with the top thing being an island. We'll start with an island. I wonder if this guy has any idea of the mess of stuff that's going to happen. Because it's seriously the biggest mess ever. Oh, they went with the cat deck. Cool. We have a Krenko. Zorn could be useful. Because I could play him and -3 him to get Krenko back. But first I have to get both a plains and a swamp. I feel like I probably messed up big time, but it's going to be interesting to say the least. Please, go ahead, attack with the Pride Mate. No blocks. Because there's no reason to block. I have a Tyrant Scorn. We will go to combat and we'll just attack. Because I need the goblins as available things. Oh, cool. He didn't block it. That's great. Okay, so that's a 2-1. That can give something flying, so his best bet... Okay. His best bet is to attack in, give this flying, and then... Yeah. It's going to be the Charmed Stray, because that's one that can't take a hit from one of these guys. But the Pride Mate will still have the thing. And if I get a swamp, I can always Tyrant Scorn it. Actually, I can just Tyrant Scorn the Pegasus instead and get to the point where... Okay. So, nothing to play? Cool. Go to combat. I'll attack. And Krenko is becoming dangerous. Because with every turn, he gets a little bit stronger. And with every time he gets a little bit stronger, he makes a bunch more goblins. So unless they have something to deal with that, they're going to have a problem on their hands. I assume he's going to attack with everything except for the Enforcer Griffin. Give the Charmed Stray flying. Block the Pride Mate. That and that. So kill the Flux Channeler so that they don't get the Proliferate. And it's fine that they gain some life. I have a Guild Globe. That's perfect, actually. Card draw, and I can force my Tyrant Scorn onto the battlefield now. I'll do that. Blue and black. And that's lethal to the Enforcer Griffin. And now I have 4 little 1/1 goblins. And a Goblin Assault team for next turn. Like, sure, I can't do anything against the Trusted Pegasus or the Charmed Stray, but This is actually going much better than I thought it was going to be. No trample on the Ugin's Conjurant, so... Well, wait. That's still a problem, but Krenko will get bigger anyway. So the question is, do I assault team, or do I wait and crush descent? I think I assault team. Yeah, I assault team. We're going to attack all in. That's 13 damage coming at them. Please block with the Conjurant. I'm good with you blocking with the Conjurant. In fact, please block the Goblin Assault team with the Conjurant. That's the perfect one. But unfortunately, that's still game, because they just attack in with the Pegasus and the Conjurant, and they win. Yeah. Yep. No blocks, because that's game. Would have been helpful to have the Sorin. Excuse me. Okay, let's start again. Let's try this again. If I get more lands in hand, it'll just be better. Unfortunately, the mulliganing did not help at all last time. Here we go. We got 3 lands in hand, a Crushed Descent, a Lazaptep Reaver, a Sorin, and Rubble Belt Rioters. I think I'll keep it. That works for me. Or at least temporarily it works for me. Wait to see if they're going to mulligan, and hopefully it'll be sometime soon. Okay. That was a pretty long wait. But at least I have some stuff that amasses. And if I can turn for that, which I now can, we will do that. And then we have the Rubble Belt Rioters, which will come in this next turn. Which it's kind of scary that this is working out. And then I'll just confuse the heck out of them with my island on turn 4. Forest, Rioters. No real reason to attack. Because the only safe attack is this, and as of right now, it'll just ping off of that Duskmantle operative. Which card are they going to pick? If they pick the Sorin, that's fine. Perfect. They now know I have the Crushed Descent. But I'll just pass. See what they do. If they do anything. Cool, they've got 4 mana. Yep. Now that's something I can do. They could also have a Crush Descent, but I don't think they do right now. Oh, they did. Great. So that's unfortunate. I kind of needed the epiphany. Although it would be kind of amazing if I got a land, specifically a plains, or if I got a land of any type, with the card draw from that and Niv Mizzet as well. Wonder what they're thinking. Sure. Block with the Rebel Belt. That's a land. We'll start with... we'll do the Guild Globe. Because maybe I draw another land. I drew another land. So I'll do that. And Forest goes onto the battlefield. No attacks. And fortunately, at this point, I can just block stuff. Because their Duskmantle Operative doesn't have any good options. No attacks. There's no reason to. Hopefully they've forgotten about the Crush Descent, even though it's in my hand. They did not forget about the Crush Descent. But I can do this if I sack my Guild Globe to it. I can do that at instant speed, so we're just going to pass. And hope that they decide to do something. We're in an epic stalemate. I don't want them to Crush Descent this. I just want to destroy something. One, two, three, four. I do not have enough to do both in the same turn. So either they do something and I decide to Crush Descent it, or... I will let that resolve.
You have been analyzed and found wanting.
And now if they attack in, I can just destroy something. Pass to attackers. Pass to end of combat. Okay. We'll just destroy that. And I'll take the planes. And we'll do that. And nothing else. So now they're going to do something because my Crush Descent is in hand and I can't do anything with it. They're guild globing. Or looking at their guild globe. Unfortunately, all it does is help them fix at this point. Which, in a black-blue deck, I don't know how they could fix. Oh, they've got red as well. Okay. I get it. They're playing a Bolas style deck. I don't know. Why would you do that for that? You could have just paid the 4. Well, that's interesting. Okay, well, we've got a Krenko, which is pretty awesome. No attacks, because I have no reason to. They can start gaining life, I guess. But I still have enough to Crush Descent. So they do anything, I can still do that. I want the Amass. Because I get the Amass whether or not it actually counters. That's just big enough that this has become a threat when I attack with it. And that I will attack with. No attacks, though. Oh, another charity extractor. Cool. So they've got life linkers. I could return the Silverwing to his hand, but it'd be better to return the Duskmantle Operative. Or kill the Duskmantle Operative. Because I can do that. We'll just destroy it. And let him ponder that. Okay. Cool. No attacks. Ah, I should have attacked with the Grim Initiate. Whoops. At this point, it's a war of, hey, how many cards do you have? Oh. Oh, that's oppressive. But they don't have enough to counter this. I don't think. They shouldn't have enough to counter this. Unless they put a Dovin's Veto in there. Which I don't think they did. They're burning that timer down. I'm honestly amazed I got that out. Cool, we have a Huatli and a Neoform. That was super useful. Yep, we'll take those two. And that's my turn, so... Since now each of these costs 5... attack with this. Attack him with that. Although this is now a 6/4 when it attacks, so... That's super dangerous. That being said, this is no longer a clock for me, because I can just keep gaining life. Did he go to make dinner? I think he went to make dinner. I get why he did that, but he's about to time out. It's fine for it to die because I get to amass. What happens now? Oh, he lost all of his timeouts. I don't know what happens now. I was kind of hoping that it just ended the game and said he disconnected or something. But unless he can get rid of Niv Mizzet, which I think is a thing that he would be able to do. That's an Ashiok Skulker. Sure. You can pay for it to be unblockable. That's great. Okay, this is definitely his last time out.
I'm well equipped to deal with nuisances like you.
That's fair. However, I do have 5 or 10 mana that I can spend on these guys. So let's do that. Any counters? I think no.
I have come to help.
So I'm gonna gain 6 life here. And then I'll Neoform the Lazotep Reaver for the Death Touch.
Your strength returns.
Cool, that works. So, wait, how is that a 4/4? Oh. So that's a 10-10. That's still a 1 whatever. Or it's a 10-8. So, yeah, let's attack that. Because they'll have to block enough things to deal with that. Wait, what? That's... What just happened there? He only took 4 damage. That should have given it plus 6 plus 0. Is this guy exploiting a bug? Oh, that's why.
Is unattainable, so
I get it.
stop trying.
I mean, I'll still gladly gain that.
Share in our strength.
And we'll go to attacks. And I'll attack with this. I'll attack Dovin with that. No, I thought he was exploiting a bug. He wasn't. It's just... This is preventing this from getting any bigger. Okay, so... This'll still live at this point. Yeah, I'll just save that. I've got all the mana in the world. I don't need to play it. Unlikely aid. That's very frustrating to me. And a Saheeli Silverwing. This only works for 3 more turns anyway. I wonder what it is. He knows what it is. I don't. But it's okay for him to know what it is. Well, he does have enough to do something about it. Yep, that thing.
Careful scrutiny.
Oh, please attack with something. Please, it'll be really funny. Okay. That's fair. Oh, perfect. That makes this thing bigger.
It does not end here.
In combat. Oh, it's an arboreal grazer. That's annoying. Well, I might as well play it. To combat, we will attack Dovin with that. Cool. Block with a charity or 2 charity extractors. Okay, 3 charity extractors and something else. Or 3 charity extractors. That's fine. There we go. That works. Make sure it kills the charity extractor first. And then end turn. Not many more times they can use this. I really hope they don't have something that just says destroy it. But that works.
Well, not.
It's gonna Skulker. Yep. And attack with the Skulker. Because that's really the only play here. I really wish I had something to put 1/1 counters on this right now. I don't, unfortunately, but I wish I did. Yep, Skulker can't block it, I get it. But unless he has a Proliferate, this next turn will be the last turn he does this to Niv Mizzet. That's something I can do. I'll attack Dovin. Yeah, he wants to keep my Niv Mizzet effectively tapped down and gain the 2 life. That's fine. I feel like he thinks it's a dumb play, but to me, getting a 1/1 counter there is super important. Unfortunately, this time clock doesn't do anything to me. It just annoys me with how much things cost to cast. It's the weirdest stalemate ever. Oh, creatures he controls have menace and an amass 2. That's cool. I'm actually cool with menace because I'm not really planning on blocking anything, except maybe the Silver Wings. Like, I'll block a charity extractor, I'll block a Dusk Mantle Operative.
Looking to elevate yourself? Perhaps a pair of stilts.
That's last prevention. Oh, that's really annoying.
Point out your inadequacies.
That's really annoying. Oh, please do that to my Krenko. Please. I would love it if he would do that to my Krenko.
My acute
Nope.
awareness
Okay.
of your imperfections is maddening.
I'm actually happy he wasted it on the zombie army. Oh, all attacks? Oh, please. So, menace, so they have to be blocked by 2 things. But I can still block a charity extractor there and then kill the Duskmantle operative. It's a good play, kind of. Except now, my Krenko is a problem for him.
The only prize I desire is your head.
Cool. We'll go to combat. We will attack the Dovin with that. And get a bunch of little 1/1s I can block his stuff with. And now, it doesn't matter that they have menace. Cool. Also, I don't care if the goblins die, so I can throw 2 at Ashiok's Skulker and 2 at a Duskmantle operative. Or even better, an Arboreal Grazer and a Goblin at the Ashiok Skulker. He's going to pin down the Niv Mizzet, which is perfect.
So stop trying.
If you want
And he's amassed, which is fine. Is he going to attack in? He's only going in with the Skulker. That makes sense. And he can go in with the Silver Wings because they have menace. Yep. But I can still block a Silver Wing and only take 5. And not lose my Arboreal Grazer, which is also fine. They have 6 combined damage up with the charity extractors and all of that stuff. I'll keep the lands in hand because it doesn't matter as much. Did they ever get... Yeah, they got my Sorin right off the bat. Okay. So I guess I'll Mountain. Why not? And then go to combat. And... I'll attack in with enough stuff that they have to block some, or they can't block all of it. And I still get 4 counters. So for everything that dies, I gain a life, huh? And I have 5 things, 2 of which that have to be blocked. Which means that they can't actually kill it with those blockers.
I didn't foresee this.
And now Niv Mizzet can deal damage. Which means I should attack in with him every turn. Same with Krenko, actually, at this point. Cool. They've got a really dumb ability that they can use. Yep. That's fine. Can't amass, so that's good. So I have 7 goblins and I'm about to gain 5. Go to combat. 2 attackers. 1, 2, 3. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All of those at him. So now they're going to block Krenko, in all likelihood. But he's going to be taking a lot of damage for this. And if they kill Krenko, I still gain a life and they lose a life for it. For each goblin that they kill, they still take a damage and I gain a life off of it. So that's awesome. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. I'm actually very cool with this. Out of time. Oh, that's so unfortunate for you. Go to damage. That's actually pretty good. And now, while the Silver Wings, or one of the Silver Wings, will still get through, I can still block a large proportion of everything. And I think I've turned the tide by using Krenko, and him not killing Krenko when he had the opportunity. Cool. Let's see what they do. Anything? Oh, it's an all-out attack. That's perfect. I will go to blockers. Don't care about the charity extractors, but I do care about the things I can block. Because I'm about to gain 4 life, and they're about to take 4 damage. And then they're going to take 6 damage from Niv Mizzet next turn. So that's good game for this. I can't believe I'm about to eke out a win with this. His deck was really oppressive. Thanks for the win, bud. I don't think that should have happened. Hey, another booster. Cool. Let's play again. Hopefully this next one won't be as long. As much as it wasn't fun to, or as much as it was fun to see the stalemate between me and that guy, it's pretty tense. Cool, we have a mountain, a forest, a swamp, a firemind vessel, and a Tamio's Epiphany. I'll keep that. Fortunately, I can now destroy an enchantment, or an artifact, or exile a card from a graveyard. You know. Whatever suits the situation. But for now, I have a first striker with with a death trigger on turn 1. Happy about that. So we've got that. And we'll confuse the heck out of them. Alright, here we go. Let's see what he's playing. Or what she's playing. Red? Perfect. Forest. Attack. I hope they play some kind of artifact, although they probably won't. Here we go. We'll swamp. And go to attacks. They have something in their hand that they can do. I wonder what it is. Yeah, we'll see it soon enough. So next turn we Firemind Vessel and that's all of our colors. Perfect. Or we Epiphany and find the rest of our colors. Let's go to combat. Oh, I have to Firemind Vessel to get the rest of the colors. But that means that next turn I can Epiphany, so... I don't think there are any counter spells at that level. So... And he's holding whatever he would do to this back, so... Ah, cool, it's Bolos's colors. Perfect. They still haven't done anything, though. I wonder what they're doing. Well, we have a Crush Descent. We'll do that, and then we can return to nature if we have to. Are they going to do anything? Cool, that's fine. I mean, if they block the assault team, they still take 1, but that 1 becomes 2. They forgot I could do that, didn't they? Or they wanted the amass trigger. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter, though. Because right now, I'm sitting at 6 mana. Okay. Cool. I still got an amass trigger off of that. That's funny. I think I should have waited on that. But we will do that. Unless they can somehow crush Descent. We are going to put Krenko on top. We are going to put Death Sprout on top. Actually, yeah, I want Krenko and Death Sprout. And then Guild Globe can go on to the bottom. Neoform can also go on the bottom. And I'll be done. And then I'll Krenko. Which there's no counters for at this point. No attacks because why would I attack? But if they can't do anything aside of mass, then we'll see what happens. I mean, they could theoretically minus him out. And I don't mean theoretically as in it's just a possibility. They have the colors and the mana to minus him out. Or they could invade with a Manticore. Cool, no blocks. But I'll gladly destroy that Manticore. And I'll put that on battlefield. I have enough to crush Descent, so we'll go to combat, go to attackers, and do that. And end turn. Because with any luck, he's been waiting for big stuff like that, so hopefully I'll be able to throw down the Crush Descent and just get rid of it. Wonder what he's thinking. He's thinking quite a lot. Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll let that happen. I'd prefer to destroy something that he wants to put out rather than the thing that's drawing him a couple of cards into massing. Sure. We'll do that.
We shall forge a path to victory. Heal.
And pass. See if there's anything he wants to do at the end of my turn. Because the end step really is the place to do something if you've got instants. Because the only way something can be done about it is if they have an instant. Currently got 8 mana now. What are they waiting on? choose a non-land card from it. Well, I'd like to at least do that. You willing to pay 2 for my card? I kind of hope he is, actually. Oh! Oh! But guess what? I can pay. He was willing to pay 4 for it, but I still got to counter his thing. Sure, I'm cool with the amass. Sure, we'll do that. I want to attack with Krenko, but I don't want to attack with Krenko. I'm willing to play the Arboreal Grazer as a blocker, and I'll just pass. And hope the opponent doesn't know that I do have this thing in hand. I hope they think I have something worse. Okay. I'll let them destroy that, I guess. I haven't picked up something that's white except for Huatli, so... There's only a couple things in this deck that use white mana anyway, so... We got a Grim Initiate. It's a first striker. And I'll just auto-pass. I have enough that I could attack in with some stuff. I don't like that. I'll let that resolve, but I don't like that. Fortunate thing is, if they attack with the Manticore, I can at least block with the Grim Initiate and the army and get my army back. Or I can block with all of this stuff and pump my army. I mean, it's attacking me. Blockers, this one. There's the first strike damage and regular damage. So that obliterated my Grim Initiate, but I get to amass 1. Which means that that Manticore can't kill that. Cool, I've got all of my mountains. Super useful. But I can go to attacks and attack with my army. And they can choose not to block with the Manticore, which would be fine. But I'd really like it if they would just block with it. Cool, I now have enough damage on board to kill, I think. 2, 5, 8. Yeah. It's an island. And now I just don't want my army to die if I attack in. Because that's exactly what would happen. We're stalemating again. Oh. That's something I can do. Does he have the counter spell, though? We'll do that for the death touch. Next to combat, nothing. Because if he attacks, I just block with the Prowler and be done with it. But now if I attack in with everything, 5 gets in. And a lot of stuff dies. Sure. They're going to do that and amass 1. And that's going to be a beefy zombie army. Unfortunately, amass does not give you an army. It gives you 1 creature. It's a beefy creature, but it only gives you 1. Okay, cool. He just cycled through his hand twice. Something with flying, that's actually dangerous. You gonna attack? Please do. Oh, please attack me. Okay. That's a mountain. Surprised I don't see a Niv anywhere. Or a plains for that matter. I've gone through more than half of my deck. Here's the thing. I can attack in with that. Cool, that's less of a problem now. So now if I attack in, 2 things die. Again. Oh, that's really bad. Zombie creature tokens have trample? That's really, really bad. And I can't kill it anymore. It's completely worthless to me. But if they attack in... Okay, sure. Jerk. Destroy my swamp. They really should just attack in with the army right here. Like, the worst that'll... Yeah. Perfect. Actually, really perfect. Fast blockers. No blocks. Fast to damage. My turn. I am now swinging in for lethal. Cool. So the Grim Initiate is going. Is the Dreadhorde Twins going? You can kill my Krenko. is the Dreadhorde twins going? Did they realize that they can kill the Krenko? I hope they kill the Krenko. I honestly do. At this point, they're swinging in for 6. Or they're taking 5, rather. Okay. First strike damage. Cool, killed the Grim Initiate to damage. Yeah. So now it's a 15-15. I can block 6 damage. They have 19 on the board. I can block more than that if I block the Dreadhorde twins. And if they don't attack in with the Dreadhorde twins, well, it doesn't matter. I think this is game. Like, unless they had an amass. We'll see what they do. Because I've got them kind of in a pickle here. Cool. To blockers. This guy. 1. And we'll put the last one in for good measure. I know I'm going to take 9 here. But I think it'll be worth it. My turn. An Arboreal Grazer. Swinging in for literally lethal either way. So they have to block both, and then I can take this thing with the Arboreal Grazer, which is pretty great to damage. Oh no, do you just have an army and 4 life? Oh, what are you going to do about that? 2 attackers. Can you force it to be unblockable? That's it. Aw, you thought you had it made. I can't believe I stalemated this guy for so long. Yep, oops. My turn. That's a Mizzet tank for no reason, and then attack in. Yeah. That was a very good game. I got to silver! Oh my gosh, I got to silver! I can't believe I got to silver. How did I get to silver? I can't believe I've won 2 games either, honestly. But we'll play again. We have Horizon, which means I'm likely going to lose if they're silver. Oh, that's great. Literally nothing I can do with this. We'll mulligan. I can Krenko, I guess. Like, that's a thing that's possible. But since they're starting first... I I don't really want the emergence zone right now. What I want is an island or a swamp. Or a Huatli. Huatli's good too. We'll do that, because then if I get island, I can use that at some point. Cool. No island. No swamp. Forest. Well, there's Kranko. And next turn will be Huatli.
Tell me your story.
We'll no attacks and end the turn. And we'll throw down a Grim Initiate and hopefully a Cruel Celebrant or something. Well, a Grim Initiate is something, technically. On the technicality, that is something. And we'll pass. I actually want the Grim Initiate as a blocker right now, because I can block the Crunch Wrangler or the other Crunch Wrangler and just kill it. Cool, attack into Huatli, please. No? That's unfortunate. I really need a land. I really need something other than these three, or another red land. But I don't have that, so we are going to not do anything? If I'm lucky, next turn it will be a black land. Okay. Interesting. We'll do that, and we will do that. Cool. If I don't get a land, okay, I got a land. It wasn't a good land. Okay, so I don't have anything to do here. So they have 6, 7, 8 damage on board, and I have 1, which will die immediately. So that's that. Cool, let's play one more. My guess is that with a 5-color deck, this will likely be the last game. We have stuff for the Leyline Prowler. We have stuff for the Return to Nature. We can play the Huatli. The Leyline Prowler can get us the Grim Initiate. Or something with blue, if we get something with blue. You know. It'll take a few turns, but we can do it. Okay, we'll start with Forest. That's an Arboreal Grazer. That gets us another thing. So we'll do that. And then we'll swamp. And then we'll Leyline Prowler, and... that's even better. Because that's all 5 colors. And and they're playing either Rakdos or Nicol Bolas colors, I'm going to block with that because as much as I'd like the life, I feel a combat trick coming on. Nope. Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Our destiny is greater than ever.
That's actually the perfect drop, because with the Arboreal Grazer, we can kill the Krenko. Hopefully they don't notice that. Because Krenko's really good, but really only while he's attacking. They're going to combat. They went to combat. They attacked with the Duskmantle Operative. I blocked with the Arboreal Grazer, like I did before. And this one will kill it. And now I can actually attack in with the Arboreal Grazer. How great is that? Okay. I can't attack in with an Arboreal Grazer that's dead. And I'll pass. As much as I'd like another Grim Initiate on the field, I need to block that Krenko. Cool. It's a Turret Ogre. Pass. Pass. My turn. We have Rubble Belt Rioters. That requires a red, but it does do 4 damage. We'll pass turn. Please attack in with the Krenko. And the Turret Ogre. I don't even care if you attack Watley with both of them. Cool. I can play that without having to worry about it. Go to combat and pass. It's a behemoth. It's kind of dangerous. But if he attacks with it, I block with the zombie army, and then block with the Grim Initiate, and then block with the army it makes. Oh. Okay. Cool. I don't intend to sacrifice anything. But I assume that he intends to attack in with something. Please attack in with the Krenko. I know I sound like a broken record, but I really hope he attacks with the Krenko. Oh, he's spark harvesting it? Okay. Resolve. Also resolve because it has to. Has 2 attackers. Yeah, that resolves. blockers, block that. Yep. And regular damage.
Enough.
Yep. And I'm pretty much done here. I'll play a couple more turns, but my guess is that I'm 100% out of luck here, because Krenko is attacking now and creating a ton of tokens. Blockers. Yeah, there's nothing I can do there.
My destiny lies
So
elsewhere.
here we are with 14 damage on board for this turn and even more next turn. Good game, sir. We're done. We're done there. That's unfortunate, but at least we got up to silver tier. That's pretty great. I think it's pretty great. We also got a couple of 100 gems and a War of the Spark booster pack. So that's good. And that is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Robert, and I have a limited budget. Thank you very much.